I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is the Duval Annexus Grenache 2018 from the Barossa Valley. So this wine is made by a very famous winemaker, John Duval, who in his previous life was chief winemaker at Penfolds, so the maker of Grange, among other wines. He was there for quite a long time, from 1974 for about at least 25 years. And he started his own business in the Barossa Valley, of course, which is his natural sort of territory. John Duval Wines, his son, now works with him in the business. They make the classic varieties of the Barossa Valley, Shiraz, Grenache and blends thereof, and many other styles as well. This wine is made from Grenache vines from the Barossa Valley and also from Eden Valley. And one of the vineyards that John uses is 160 years old, so one of the very oldest vineyards in the Barossa Valley. Of course, the Barossa is well known for having a lot of old vineyards which are very, very highly prized, highly valued in the district. Old vines don't necessarily produce the best fruit, but they have the potential to produce great fruit. Small crops of very concentrated berries, which give you intense flavour. Here we go. It's got a beautiful colour. It's got not particularly dark colour, but it's certainly not light either. It's got the right sort of depth to it. Lovely purple tinge to the colour. Grenache is not usually one of the darker varieties, but this one has good colour. 18 was a great vintage, of course, in the Barossa. Swirl it round the glass, and the first thing you smell is the spice. The aromatic notes come out first, and they are complex. This has got all sorts of spicy aromas, one of which would be pepper, a touch of clove, and other things, a bit of anise perhaps. But there's also a lot of black fruits in there, black cherry, a bit of blackberry, a bit of raspberry perhaps. You can see all sorts of aromas in this wine, very complex. And because it hasn't been aged in new oak or small oak, it's been aged in large barrels and old barrels to give the fruit-free expression, so you don't get too much oak character coming into it. And yeah, it's a medium to full-bodied wine. It's not a particularly big wine, but it's intense. Lovely, lovely balance. The balance is one of the key features of this wine, I think. It's lovely rounded shape. It's got a good weight of fruit to it, but it doesn't leave you with an astringent aftertaste. It's very harmonious in the mouth, smoothly textured, lovely wine. It's a straight Grenache, and you know, a lot of the Barossa wines are blends of Grenache with other varieties, but yeah, it's relatively rare to find a pure Grenache wine which has the completeness of this wine. We scored at 95, which is gold medal score. We suggested drinking it from 2020, which is this year, to 2034, so you know, at least 14, 15 years. And it rated number 2 out of 46 Grenaches from that vintage from the Barossa Valley. The food match for this wine. We asked the winemakers to nominate a food match, and John Duval has come up with 3. I really like his first one, which is Dan Arnold's quail with corn, black garlic and leek. Dan Arnold's restaurant is in Brisbane, and it just happens to be the same restaurant where The Real Review hosted our first Queensland wine dinner earlier this year. And we had a great meal. It was a great night, and I have no doubt at all that this quail dish from Dan Arnold would be wonderful with this wine. The other 2 options are Chinese 5-spice quail or even Peking duck. No problem with those. I'm sure they'll be all terrific matches. Cheers to that.